Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hey, baby. Let's add a little bit of color. Hope you're all doing well this fine Wednesday morning. I just took my son to school. One of my girls is up and having her breakfast. So at some point I might need to skedaddle to take her out of her, hey, it's just Nicholas, take her out of her feeding chair. But until then, we're painting some Black Templars, Primaris Initiates. Oh, look at that mold on. Oh no, did you drop your water? All right, excuse me, gang. I'm gonna help my baby girl get her water bottle that she dropped on the floor. I will be right back. There. All this food. Oh. Yum. Blackberry is kind of tart this morning. Hey, you want some more grapes? There you go. Yeah, look. Yummy, yummy. Look at all this face crackers you got. Good girl. Eat up now. Yummy, yummy. All right, Squilly Wonka. Nice, thank you, appreciate it. So let me show you guys where I'm coming from right now. I got 23 people in the chat. My name is WarbossTae. I have a YouTube channel dedicated to painting miniatures from Warhammer and Warhammer 40K, Warhammer Fantasy. just Sigmar, all that good stuff. And currently I'm working on these Black Templars, this Primaris Crusade squad, trying to get them painted up as soon as possible. Really happy with my technique and my process, just figuring it out, you know, trying to get a good system going, because I've got the combat patrol I want to paint up. Here is the marshal that came with it. Got to work through the Primaris Intercessor squad next, and then get on to the tank, the Impulsor. But I'm really happy with my progress so far. I just have to, I've got some half-painted neophytes here. Oh my goodness. Half-painted neophytes, and then 4 or 3 now unpainted Primaris Initiates as I work through this one. I'm actually doing this as a test scheme because I want to do a full on how to paint Primaris Initiates video in its own like YouTube video. So that's what this is for. I'm just working out the colors, and I'm glad you guys are here to join me. Help me figure it out. Just do some chatting. And I'm not going to do too much talking. Dado, especially if my daughter calls me away. Hello. It's kind of rough, you know. The reason why I want to make it on YouTube as a content creator is so that I can afford to stay at home and not have to worry about working at a back-breaking 9 to 5. And so I can be here to raise my kids. And yeah, so if you would like to support me in that, then you can sling a super chat my way. That'd be helpful. Or you can become a channel member, and that will give you access to all sorts of cool perks like polls, members only video, access to most of my videos for before they become public. And then on the Discord, it gives you access to a ton of painting resources like project logs, calendars, recipe cards, all sorts of stuff that I don't give out unless you are a channel member. So I hope you consider joining for as low as $2.99. All right, that's enough of the plug. Let's get back to painting this Primaris Initiate. Appreciate it. Thank you, Undertaker. So the cool thing about these miniatures is that unlike other Primaris models, if you're sick of painting the same Primaris models over and over and over again, you want something different, the Black Templars has a really cool aesthetic to it. As an army, your miniatures might be festooned with chains and purity seals. They've all got these cream colored tabards, which are like super fun to paint, and they completely change the silhouette of the model too. So I highly recommend getting some Black Templars, even if it's only like a combat patrol or a small army of them. They're just like so much fun to paint. And the only reason why I got this combat patrol in the first place was because of the rumors of not the rumors, but the reveal of the new Black Templar models that are coming soon. The guy holding the banner, as well as the like the new chaplain looking model. So Black Templar is getting an update, and I thought, you know what, now is the time to paint some of my Black Templars. I've had them sitting in my pile of shame for too long. Could you put it closer? I want to see the details. Yes, of course. Let's move these guys out of the way so the camera doesn't mistake that for what I'm working on. Here you go. I was a little overzealous, like a Black Templar, and I painted the casing of the chainsword before I painted the teeth. I usually paint the teeth first because it's easier to clean up getting the silver onto the red area than it is if you get the red onto the silver area. But that's okay. It's like to each his own, right? Everybody has their own preference. Then I paint the little engine here, the motor. And again, it's attached to, the cool thing is if you see it attached to a model like this, it means that their armor on their hand is actually a, like a what's the word? Shackle, iron shackles. I hear my dog barking. I'm gonna be right back. I went outside really quickly, grab my dog before he sets off the whole neighborhood. All right, stay tuned. You dropped your water again? Oh my goodness. Yeah, the dog's barking. My pile of shame was shameful long before it became popular or unpopular. Oh, I hope you join my Discord. We're doing a summer painting challenge called the Crusade 2025, and it is all about destroying our backlogs and smashing our piles of shame, painting all the things that need painting. And we're trying to build to a global goal of 5,000 painted miniatures by the end of August. So the more people we have joining, painting their unwanted, unloved models, getting them tabletop ready, then the happier everyone will be. Also give you more free space to buy more minis. Don't tell my wife I said that, she'll kill me. Yeah, I appreciate all you guys' support. We're really going for a big push on the channel to, how much is the total of these models? To get more out there and rank up higher on the algorithm. So the longer you watch, the more comments you type, the more times you hit the like button on the video. It actually helps me, helps my channel. So I hope you consider it. It costs nothing to like a video. That's my new saying. Especially if you're gonna spend a couple minutes here hanging out, then I would love it if you hit the like button. How much is these models? I paid for the Combat Patrol. I think I oh my goodness. On eBay, I paid like 125. I think the vendor was trying to get rid of them at a discount. So it depends, you know, when or where you buy your miniatures from. eBay is a great place to look for people who are trying to offload their miniatures fast. Like, thank you, Amit. I'm actually, like, one of my things is that I'm not gonna win any golden demons. I'm not gonna ever be like a championship painter, but my whole philosophy is that it's better to be painted than perfect. High tabletop, better painted, of course, is the best, but, oh, what am I doing? Black Templars usually have red purity seals, but you know what? We'll have this guy be old school. He'll have a cream colored purity seal. Okay, you're all done with your breakfast? You ready to come down? All right, players, I'm going to grab my daughter out of her high chair real quick. Hopefully, she's not fussy and she will go down and play, at which point I will turn to finish this guy's shoulder pads. And I think that's about it. I can highlight up his cloth, but I did the how to paint black on a different video. Oh, hear her calling daddy. I'm going to switch and I'll be right back. Austin, good to see you, buddy. Yeah, I'm going to just grab my daughter out of her high chair. Hopefully she will go down and play, and then we can finish this guy and add him to the lineup because I've got 2 initiates already painted. They look great. I love the straw hair on this guy, black hair on this guy. And we're gonna put the sword brother right there at the front. Go daddy. All right. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I will be right back. To answer the lore question, I think they're the only successor chapter because they're so different visually. They're more interesting, and I think they sold a lot. So they gambled and they gave them their own codex. But yeah, I think some other chapters do deserve their own successor chapter having their own codex. Okay, coming. I'm gonna mute the mic and I'll be right back. All right, she's a little fussy right now, so I'm gonna hold her for a bit and talk a little bit and see if she'll get bored, get tired of being in daddy's hand and want to go play. How many points to paint new army, eBay, or used mini sites? You can get a small, large army for cheap. That's right. You know what I would actually suggest if you're gonna get into Warhammer, unless you're gonna really enjoy building it, I would say get like a small army of built miniatures that already are assembled. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but this is my new philosophy. The Warhammer hobby is actually 3 hobbies in a trench coat, like little rascals. You've got the building, the assembly, you've got the painting, which is a huge one, and then you've got the playing, the gameplay. How are you gonna get your daughter hooked into Warhammer without the wife finding out? Oh, I mean, I think she's already enjoying walking by the table, and it's so cute. My son used to do this. He picks up paint pots and he hands them to me like he's helping me. He used to do this all the time. It was so cute. He'd like reach up and grab a paint pot and go, "Dada," and hand it to me. So my daughters have started doing that. It's really cute. So with the hobby, if you're getting into it, if you're new, a lot of times you'll see these streams, or if you go to your hobby shop, they sell you on the fully painted models and how great they look. You okay? You want some water? So I would say go out and get you a really cheap, like on eBay or something, squad of miniatures that are already painted for an army that you want to collect. And learn how to paint first before you build them, because a lot of people get stuck in the assembly. If you want to be a pro player, if you want to play games, you might get stuck like trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, look at this huge instruction guide on how to build miniatures. Like what am I going to equip them with? What arms should I put on them? What weapons should I give them? And assembling the models might not turn out the way you want if you're new. So if you have a background in Gundam, so that's good. But I would suggest going out and just putting a paintbrush in your hand and learning how to paint and getting the painting side into your muscle memory. Hey, Eric Knox, good to see you, buddy. And once you get caught with that, then I would suggest going out and getting a box. You know what, also too, if you look on eBay, a lot of these like assembled and primed but unpainted miniatures, they're going to be cheaper because people are looking to offload them, so they're not going to ask for full market resale price, right? Is that what MSRP stands for? they're going to try to sell it at a little bit of a discount. And so if you're like, especially if you're lucky enough to find a lot by somebody like me who's collected years and years of Warhammer but has to sell it all because they're raising a family now or they're going to school. They can't play Warhammer anymore. You've got pre-assembled, primed, ready to paint miniatures that you can get for really, really cheap if you don't mind the loadouts that they're equipped with. Ami, thank you for the encouragement. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to make some mods to that truck. Eric Knox, I love that truck, dude. I really, really love that truck. Eric Knox built a truck out of like sprues and junk, and it's the most orky thing I've ever seen. You guys, you got to go to the Discord and check out his truck because it's so amazing, and it's like the most creative and orky contraption that I've seen put together. So congratulations, Eric Knox. Absolutely, 500 for 150 or less. Yep. If you're just looking, man, I've got so much good deals on eBay, guys. I usually spend a little bit more because most of the lots that I want to get are huge and have a lot of stuff in them. But there are people who are willing to take a huge hit financially. Plus, if you're a new painter, you like looking at the miniatures, but it's overwhelming or daunting to think about opening the box and like clipping everything out of the sprues, cleaning them up and gluing them together correctly, and you're overwhelmed by the by that, then do I prefer gifted memberships or super chats? Austin, you know what? I love super chats. They're a quick dopamine hit. They make me feel good, but memberships are always like more preferred because then it's like a long term. It makes you want to continue watching my content, and then it makes me want to continue getting better because I see my membership number growing. So if you guys are interested in supporting me, as much as I would love to see those super chat numbers go up in a single stream, having my channel membership numbers grow would be great. And it gives you access to, like I said, free downloadable content on the Discord and paint recipe cards, project logs, calendars, all sorts of stuff that I've developed just to help people who are looking to paint their miniatures and have some tools and resources at their disposal. When you buy on eBay, do you spend a lot of time stripping the models? No. Sometimes you're lucky enough to just get models that are built. Like this, I bought a unit of 20 Mark 6 Space Marines from Horus Heresy, and it was like only 30 bucks. A whole like unit would be amazing. So, whoa, Austin, thank you so much. Oh my gosh, bro. Thank you, Austin. What? Dude, that's the most amazing thing I've seen this morning. 20 memberships. Thank you guys so much. Oh, Austin, you just made my day, man. Thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. Man, I'm shocked speechless. It's my birthday. I just want to spread some love to my favorite streamers. Happy birthday, man. Hey, you know what? Because of this amazingly generous gift, I want you to tell me like what kind of video you'd want to see me do, and I'm gonna do it just for you. An unboxing, a painting tutorial, a lore video. Austin, let me know, man, because this is the most generous thing I think anybody has ever done for me as a streamer, and I cannot thank you enough, man. Congratulations to everybody who's here today who got a membership from Austin. I hope you thank him, and that really opens it up. That gives you guys access for, like I said, all of my painting recipe cards, all of my project logs, my calendars. I've got it on my Discord. So click the link in the description, get on the Discord. Let me know that you got a free membership from Austin. You got a paid membership from Austin, and I will hook you up with the members only link to get to the free resources. Because I've got a ton of stuff, and Austin just he just got it for you. So that's amazing. Hey, happy birthday to all of us July babies. Hey, you know what? You know what's crazy? My wife's birthday is on July 16th. My birthday is on July 18th. And our wedding anniversary is on July 16th. Yeah, I wanted it to be on the 17th. We were trying to push for the ceremony to be on the 17th. But Austin, you got the same birthday as my wife, bro. And that's my wedding anniversary too. What a small world, man. What a small world. Yeah, a lot of July babies. In fact, you know what? My mother-in-law too. My wife's mom, her birthday is at the end of the month. So July is popping. I don't know, what was going on 9 months ago? Why was everybody making babies 9 months ago? I guess it's just that time of the year. So Austin, happy birthday. Think of a video you want me to do, man, or think of an army. You want me to do a lore video, an unboxing. I've got a ton of stuff boxed up in bins in my pile of potential in the garage. I know. My baby daughter is saying thank you so much to everybody who received a membership from Austin. One of the perks is that for the first month, the little symbol next to your name, I'm gonna stand up and walk my baby around. Me and my father-in-law has the same birthday. What a coincidence. Crazy, right? Right, baby? Yeah? You wanna walk around? You wanna go look at the swimming pool? Yeah, let me know, because the little symbol next to your name, if you continue to be a member of a paid member on my channel, then that is going to change every month. I just gave you some like emojis you can use in the chat. So now that all of you members out there, check the emojis, because you have emojis that you can use now. And I think because now I have enough members of emojis, I can design some more fun little. You get the green highlight next to your name. I can't believe it, Austin. My mind is reeling, and thank you so much. Hey, WarbossTae, since your birthday and anniversary are all in the same month, have you ever tried getting away with one July gift for the wife? My friend, you must not know women. That is like the cardinal sin. You must never ever never combine celebrations that happen to fall on the same day as the birthday, because let me tell you, you gotta keep it separate, man. You gotta say, this is all for you. Everything right now is just for you. And then say, okay, now on this other day, this other separate day is completely different. We're gonna celebrate the wife or the marriage, the wedding. My pleasure. I'd love a tutorial or an unboxing, whichever you prefer. I just like watching your work, man. Keep up. Well, Austin, thank you. My wife's birthday is in the same month as our anniversary. It's painful, but beautiful at the same time. I know, it's a big hit. It's a big hit. You gotta prepare for it all year long. Happy birthday. Which model do you think is more suitable for beginners? I want to practice it. I think the easiest, okay, for beginners, like I said, our hobby is 3 hobbies in a big trench coat, right? For beginners, you have to look at the army that you like the visual aesthetic the most of. You like Space Marines, you think it's going to be cool to have a whole army of Space Marines that all look pretty much the same, with some minor differences between units, then go for a Space Marine army. If you want something that's easy to paint, then go for an army that like Nurgle Plague Demons, like Nurgle Demons. It's super easy. Just spray prime them in white and then slap on a bunch of different green and brown paints. And you don't have to be clean. It can be sloppy and messy. Sometimes if you're looking at a Space Marine model and you're like, ooh, that looks really good. My wife and I have the same birth month and a major holiday at the same time. It can be expensive. Oh yeah. If you're looking at a Space Marine model, especially one painted by the studio, Games Workshop, and you're like, oh, that looks pretty cool. I want to collect an army and have it look just like that. Well, you're going to be putting in the work to do all of these highlights, all of the edge highlighting, all of the detail work, right? Like, look at that Templars cross. It looks like, oh yeah, it's just a black cross on a white background, but you've got so much highlighting going on in there. And then it just depends on how comfortable you are to actually paint, because I didn't do much edge highlighting like that with this guy, and I'm gonna call him done. I'm gonna say, you know what? This is as good as I want it to be. And so it looks good from the tabletop away. So you have to look at what looks interesting to you, and what do you feel comfortable, what level do you feel comfortable painting? Alaskan Yukon 907, what armies do you play or paint? I actually paint a bunch. I don't play at all anymore. So my 3 hobbies in a trench coat is just 2 hobbies: buying and collecting and building and then painting. And Tau and Necrons are very easy to paint. Yeah, I think I actually am something of a, not perfectionist, but when I look at Tau, I think of all of the armor plates needing specific highlights and smooth blending on the armor. Oh, okay, I sat down, she didn't like that. And so I don't find Tau as easy to paint. Necron's definitely just a lot of dry brushing. In fact, Games Workshop sells a lead belcher spray paint primer that takes up like 80% of your work. Yeah, I would never, I would, it's a cardinal sin, gentlemen, to combine holidays, especially if it's a birthday, anniversary, yeah, that too. But I mean, you wanna give your wife the happiness of having a day and a whole celebration all to herself, even if you need to not spend as much and go a little cheap. I don't know, what else do I want to talk about? I did bring this box to work on, or not box, but this bag. I'd like to get into some fantasy stuff with the old world. And so I did purchase some 3D printed off of, I think it was eBay, I don't think it was Etsy. 3D printed resin Empire Knights. I think this whole bag of Knights cost me something like, it was like $19. And then the guy gave it to me for like 15 because I favorited it. So he was like, oh, here's a discount for, 20% off. The only trouble when you go this route, or if you have a 3D printer yourself, is that these models are fairly, is that they're fairly brittle. So even though they have some good detail, if you have clumsy ogre fingers like I do, then you are not going to have a good time because you might drop one of these models by accident and then the leg comes off. And resin is a little bit more difficult to work with than plastic. But these models come mostly pre-built, and I believe I got these from the pecking order store on eBay. Now, if you're going to get the, hi, I'm new here and currently painting Black Templar. Will this be available as a vid after? Yes, it will. In fact, if you subscribe to my channel, I've got a ton of Black Templar painting videos. So if you were to buy a box of Empire Knights all by itself, you get the legs, the torsos, the arms, and you would have to clip them out, clean them up, glue them together, and then the heads afterwards. So these are pretty good. 3D prints, recasts, these are pretty good because this company does most of the work for you, assembling the miniatures. The only trouble is resin. You drop it the wrong angle, this whole lance is gonna shatter. And you only have to worry about putting on the heads. Transports. Ooh, baby. I might have to leave a little bit soon, guys. My baby's saying that it's nap time pretty soon. But I'll talk for a little longer. Transports, for any kind of equipment or unit, I would look up the Reddit and see what people have put up together for their lists, army lists. Because something that looks really good might not be that great in the gameplay. I know, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got a ton of Black Templar videos on my channel. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if my baby will go down for her nap. She's clearly an ultramarine. She just wants to chew on. She keeps reaching. Okay, I'm gonna try to put her down for the nap. I'm gonna take off the mic, so if she starts wailing like a banshee, it's not gonna burst through your eardrums. And if you guys want to save this stream or subscribe to the channel so you can see if I'm still streaming, fingers crossed, I'll be back in a couple of minutes. And if not though, then I might have to just come back and end the stream if she's giving me a little bit of trouble. She is a twin. I've got twins. I don't know if I mentioned that. So the other baby is still taking her morning nap. We're gonna see if this one will go down. And I appreciate you. Amit, thank you for the encouragement. Again, Austin, man, I cannot thank you enough. I'll do a dedicated thank you video just for you. I'll pick something really cool and definitely I'll dedicate that one to you. But to everybody, and if it's your birthday month like mine, happy birthday. I've started to post a bunch of stuff on Instagram and TikTok, but it's really just my YouTube shorts. So you can follow me there if you want, but this is where the action is always going to be. If you were gifted a membership, then please get over to the Discord so you can take advantage of the all the free resources. Get over there, just send me a message. Let me know that you are you got a membership from Austin, and then I will give you access to the free materials. Let's get some more likes and follows. I would love that. Yeah, I know, Austin, but that was like such a generous thing you did. So thank you, everybody. I hope you all have a great morning. I'm gonna mute the stream now so you can head out. In fact, you know what? She's being really fidgety, so I think I am gonna have to pop off for a little bit. But the stream is gonna come back. I'll restart the stream later today if I can. And thank you so much for hanging out. And I hope you do subscribe. I hope you join if you're not already there. And we will see you all in the next video. Salute.